Alright, fine people of the internet. So, this is a video I was not expecting to have to make. And, I'm doing these kind of ride-along type deals just because, number one, gives me something to talk about while I'm driving. So, yeah. So, in case you didn't see it, today Tony Grossi, who is a member of the Cleveland sports media market, I don't necessarily know his specific job title. I'd assume it's journalist, reporter, whatever, something along those lines. He had another incident today with none other than Baker Mayfield, a guy who he's hated his whole life for no reason. So yeah, if you didn't see this today, apparently, I didn't even know this, but apparently Tony Grossi is on a radio show in Cleveland on ESPN radio. I don't know the exact station, but he had a live mic, which means it's on, and I guess they thought they were going into a commercial break, or they thought the mic was off. I don't know if it was post-show. I don't know if it was during a break. I don't know exactly when it was happening. But regardless, they thought the mics were off, and they were clearly on. And Tony Grossi, and I'm going to say, just because hopefully sometime in the future I can get monetized and hopefully make some money off of these videos. And I'm not doing it for the money, but I'm just saying, it'd be nice. But just for YouTube, instead of saying what he actually said, I'm going to say Cluck with a C. So, be warning you now. So, Tony Grossi was talking about the potential quarterbacks that the Browns could have had instead of Baker Mayfield. And, we're talking, Combine's coming up, we're going over measurables. I think that's how they were talking about it. They were talking about Joe Burrow and his whole hand size and whatever. But anyway, so they were talking about quarterbacks that the Browns could have had, ended up with Baker Mayfield. Like I said, Grossi hates Mayfield. But so they, like I said, thought the mics were off. And he said we could have had Wentz, we could have had Watson, we could have had Mahomes, and now we could have had, Joe Burrow. That's who he said. Could have had Joe Burrow, and he said, now we're stuck with this clucking midget, talking about Baker Mayfield. And it's kind of funny because, Baker's in the news a lot just because of his personality and who he is. To me, I'm known as being, people say I'm a Baker lover. I don't necessarily say I'm a Baker lover. I'm a fan of him. I think he's a great player. I like his style of play. I like his personality. I like the cockiness he has. I don't think it's a Johnny Manziel cockiness, which is what everybody else says. But so the funny part is normally when these stories comes up, like when Baker walked out of the press conference, that was a Tony Grossi question, and it was a stupid question. And like I said, so Baker's usually directly involved with this, so people in the outside media can usually say, oh, here's another example of Baker being, bad person and whatnot. Yeah, so this was just a Tony mistake, and I can't believe he didn't get, in trouble from the last one, asking a dumb question. I believe the question was something similar to, were you happy with that drive? On that drive, Baker Mayfield threw a freaking pick. Why would he be happy? So you can imagine a frustrated Baker would want to walk out. Yeah, I'd walk out too. I can't believe Tony didn't get in trouble for that, or at least some kind of, discipline. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the boss. I don't talk to him. I don't know. But I'm saying his record is not exactly great. He might have a good reputation with people long term just because of how long he's done it. But yeah, it's not like he's perfect, okay? And by him saying this, my question would be, so Tony, if you say we're stuck with Baker and you're calling him a midget, so you're telling me you wouldn't want Russell Wilson, you wouldn't like Drew Brees, Kyler Murray last year, who's way shorter than Baker, #1 pick, just like Baker was the year before. You're telling me you wouldn't even consider those guys because they're short. That's stereotyping short quarterbacks. Joe Burrow is not short. He's not small. He's a good-sized quarterback. And by the way, I love Joe Burrow. I think he's going to turn out great in the NFL. I think he's got a bright future. If we didn't have Baker, yeah, sure, of course I would love to have Burrow. But Baker Mayfield is the franchise quarterback. Like it or not, you're going to have to deal with it. I mean, that's just how it is. Baker's the guy. You know, he's going to have a bounce back year, or at least he should. So, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, so Tony Grossi, you're an idiot. You know, so just wanted to share some quick thoughts on that. So, yeah. Alrighty, people. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.